Hey guys, just one of those pre-show notes again. I just wanted to mention that we're quite rusty at this, and we had Chris, one of our hosts, drop out for a number of reasons. Just temporarily, he'll be back though. So we just thought we'd try a new thing with some guest presenters. So we have one today, and just some feedback on if it worked, or if you just like to keep it as much of the original cast as you can, or if you like it this way and you want to recommend yourself, just let us know. Anyway, just hope you enjoy, but excuse the rust. The weekly podcast sometimes a bit looser a time frame than we'd want, but enjoy.
Wanting a bit more movement, he's gesturing to his teammates. Now Ozil. Walcott has a go. Oh, does he have a go? Just what Arsenal needed, and in truth, just what the game needed.
We did it! We made it back for our weekly podcast. You're joining me and Scott today for another edition of An AFC Pödcast. We join us for a first time, a welcome first time, where we're recording after a game we didn't lose. So that's a warmer note to start. We're without our co-host Chris. He's got a lot of assignments and a few personal things to work out, so he's taken temporary leave, but he's still very much in the picture. So if you somehow didn't see, or a football fan who doesn't listen to this podcast, someone who isn't a football fan listens to the podcast, then Arsenal drew with Man City 2-2. And Scott, do you remember what score I predicted for that game?
No.
You don't?
I think you predicted a loss.
I think I predicted a 2-2.
Did you?
I think I did. I think you predicted a 3-1 win.
I said 3-2 win.
3-2 win. So we knew we were conceding to. But I'm taking all 3 points.
I think you're full of shit.
Okay, you can take that out. I swear to God. I thought it'd be different. I thought we'd go 1 down, go 2 up, and then bottle it. But a bit of a change. So actually, on that, what did you? Who was it you said? I think Mustafi's comments. He said he didn't enjoy the 1 point, but he enjoyed the spirit we showed. Do you think that was a bit of a sign of that improving?
I mean, we didn't lose, so...
Well, that's a start, but the battling, do you agree with that at all, or do you think we just do what anything we try and do and just keep trying to score?
Twice against a top 6 team, which in the last few weeks is surprising to see.
Yeah.
The defending was shambolic, but I suppose the spirit was decent.
It never looked... I mean, the period I was most upset with was after we scored.
Yeah.
Which you're looking at 4.5 minutes to half-time. You want to keep it calm. And then you have Coquelin on the yellow flying into tackles. No one trying to clear a ball. We have, I think, the ball in our box for about 40 seconds before it's scored. It's just sort of unbelievable farce. But to start, we had a bit of a rude awakening as danger man Leroy Sané scored, I think, was it 4 or 5 minutes in? What do you make of that? Whose fault was that? Because initially in the stadium I thought that was probably Koscielny's, as Mustafi's gone up for the header and no one's there to cover it. But on replays I saw Bailey getting a lot of sticks saying if you're being touted as the fastest player in the Premier League, you should be able to make the yards up there.
Yeah.
What's your view on that?
I'm not gonna lie, my preparation is terrible and I can't even remember it, but and I think Ospina, although it was tough for him, I think he could have done better.
Yeah, I think on both goals he probably could have done better.
Yeah.
I don't think the defending helped on either of the goals. But
no,
I mean,
it was
terrible. Two near post finishers, one of them literally within about an inch of his shin.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Do you think Czech saves that? He's sort of longer bones. Does he
I don't know.
But he's really bad going down, and both of them were tucked down. So
I think Aguero's goal was a goal either way. I don't know what Czech would have done with Sané running after him, but...
No. But
yeah.
do you think he would have had a better chance with Aguero's?
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to know.
The thing is, they're both the types of goals that you don't... like, if you were to say which of our keepers concedes, you'd say Czech. But Ospina did them both.
Yeah.
On the team lineup, do you remember it? What do you think of it?
You cut out there.
Oh, sorry. On the team lineup, what did you think of it? What did you make of it?
Oh, well, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room here. A certain someone sitting in the DM position I was not happy to see.
Oh, was he maybe French by any chance?
He was. He happened to be French.
I mean, I wasn't delighted to see him. I kind of...
Another option. And then he was on the bench, but...
I didn't...
Yeah, he's...
And then he's just come back from...
Yeah.
A calf injury, was it, against Sutton?
Yeah, I think so.
This is the first time we've seen him on the bench.
So, yeah, and Ramsey and Chamberlain were both injured.
What was it? Both with that hamstring and calf, respectively.
Yeah.
And hey, does anyone know what happened to Santi Cazorla? Oh yeah, an injury. Okay, great.
Yeah.
A lot of questions around where I was sitting for the midfield. Seemingly, we had players leaving because there was too much depth, and then we're back to 2 centre mids. What do you think Jack Wilshere is thinking now? Because he cited his reason to leave as a chance to get an England call up. But then he lost his England call up to Jake Livermore. So, and I think even on merit, even if he's not doing too well, he probably gets the England call up if he stays with Arsenal.
That's if he plays though, and if he stays fit.
Do you not think he's one of those players who just gets there on merit, or is Southgate having none of that?
No, I think he should, because he's probably one of the best midfielders England have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, at Bournemouth he's obviously being trained in a certain way to keep him fit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he stayed at Arsenal, if it would be the same.
A lot of questions are often raised about our training regime, and why is it our players? And a lot of people think it's because we train harder. A lot of people think it's because we buy smaller players, which I think is ridiculous. Honestly, I mean, the thing is, it can't be unlucky because it happens all the goddamn time.
Yeah, but with Wilshere, I swear, most of his injuries are all impact injuries.
Yeah. And you'll see them often. I mean, you didn't see them where Gabriel broke his leg 2 days before the season started.
Yeah.
Most of them you see and you think, oh, he's just ran into a player there. Or Paddy McNair's tried to end his career or something.
Still remember that.
Hey, is he Irish?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. I would have given you a hard time there.
If he is, he's not getting in the national
Probably
teams.
one of them Northern Irish.
Bastards.
I think he is actually Northern Irish because he plays Sunderland now. I think he is.
I think he is, yeah.
Oh, God damn them.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but yeah.
No, it's not racist. Can't be racist to white people. So our goals. Did you enjoy Clichy being Clichy?
I did.
I did. It's one of the few times I enjoyed Clichy being Clichy. There's
a lot of times where I haven't enjoyed Clichy being Clichy, but this was one of them.
This was one of the few. He, for anyone who missed it, he was the only player who didn't move with the offside, and then put in, I think, 3 or 2 attempted tackles on Theo Walcott when the ball was about 2 inches away from his foot. Didn't connect on either of them, and then Theo Walcott just poked the ball home. So I was very happy with that defending. And it sort of was one of the reasons I don't think anyone was devastated to see him leave. I mean, back then we all thought Gibbs would be the next thing.
Yeah, he was never that good, was he?
Yeah, never that good. Oh, it's okay, Cole can fuck off with his money demands. He got Clichy.
Said no one ever.
Said my dad. He really liked Clichy. Isn't he? He was the last remaining Invincible, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Okay, well, Clichy, you'll remain in our heart. Oh, on Invincibles, Did you happen to listen to, I'll say friend of the show, I mean, I've talked to him a couple of times. Did you listen to Arsblog's Arscast on Friday?
No.
Did you happen to see the Perry Groves quotes knocking about?
No.
So, I'm glad you don't know.
Okay, fill me in.
Perry Groves, who is still officially affiliated with Arsenal, in a number of ways. I had a legend story with him around the Emirates. He said that if Wenger was to... his idea on why the announcement of the future of Arsene was down to them needing another thing to be in place first. So he was suggesting it's someone else needing to sign a contract, and his suggestion was a former player, a tall centre midfielder who spent some time in America. He's not naming any names though. Might be coming in to aid with maybe, but then he didn't say what. People were assuming it'd be director of football, but I don't know why at this stage of his career he'd want to take that, as he's been first team coach now of New York City for a while. So, kind of confused me, but I could see what he was talking about. Any thoughts on big Patrice Vieira coming back?
As I don't know. I mean, as manager, he wouldn't be my first choice.
No.
I mean, yeah,
Do you think there's any that could be one of the reasons why Wenger's announcement is taking a while, because we're waiting on someone else?
Well, maybe, yeah, because I mean, Liverpool kept Brendan Rodgers until they got Klopp, didn't they?
Kind of. I mean,
I swear, like,
they left it too long to fire him, and then remarkably quickly got Klopp. But
yeah, I swear it was like the next day, or it was very quickly afterwards.
I think while he was still in the job, the papers knew they were chasing Klopp.
Yeah,
there was something like that.
It was very soon after, anyway.
So I think the suggestion was being that he would come in as some secondary manager to lighten Arsene's weight load. And I mean,
Probably.
if we're talking about Invincibles coming back to do that, the person who's been begging for this is Perez. So I think it'd just be sort of rude.
Yeah.
Like, we decide to do exactly what Perez has been asking for, and then choose Vieira to do it with.
Yeah, you know what, Perez, that's a great idea. Do you have Vieira's number?
Yeah,
man?
we've lost him in his move. What's the American country code? So, second half starts. We're looking devastated. I mean, it's one of those, you score just before half-time, you look good, and then you don't often judge the other team to score even close to half-time before you. Did you think, what was it, when we went 2-1 down at half-time, what did you think the outcome of that match was going to be?
I didn't think we'd come back at all.
Didn't you?
No.
Of course, aided with the loss of a certain centre-back who recently notified us of his importance when he goes off at half-time.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Early.
He does that.
Did you think? I mean, I actually think Gabriel, and trust me, I'm not an admirer. I think he played quite well. I think he already had 9 clearances and 2 tackles in one half. I thought that was quite.
Yeah, I know he did really well actually.
Yeah. Do you think that the absence of Koscielny, the sort of 3 matches now that Koscielny has been forced away from Mustafi, and Mustafi's had a lot of time to lead Gabriel, do you think that could be a sort of partnership for seeming Koscielny's more and more injury problems?
I mean, Gabriel did play well, but I don't know if I trust him consistently. I think Rob Holding needs to be given a shout as well.
As we've said, Rob Holding does. A lot of people were suggesting around me that Callum Chambers is probably, if we're not going to play Pear, who seems to be fit again, I don't know where he was, if we're not going to play Pear, that they trust Chambers over Gabriel, and I think haven't Middlesbrough kept like the 5th most clean sheets this year, or something ludicrous, but they're still 19th. So I mean, they just don't score goals, but their defense has been pretty good, and Chambers has been quite a pivotal part of that. He's been injured, I think, over the last 2 games, but again, it's one of those sort of a weird one to leave out the squad this season. I didn't think he was expendable because, of course, we always get injury problems.
Yeah, and like Rob Holding isn't even getting a look in either.
No, and it seemed like Wenger would prioritise Holding over everyone. Actually, no, because I assumed Gabriel was injured at the start of the season. I was going to say, because in the games when Koscielny got back, his partner was Holding. But, yeah, Gabriel was injured, so...
Yeah.
What do you think about Per Mertesacker? We've triggered an extension. Wenger apparently thinks he's still of value, still of use. So where is he in the pecking order?
I think he might be kind of just sticking around as like a personality in the dressing room kind of thing. Even though they'd never say that, but
no,
I think that's probably his main use now.
It's sort of why Podolski had so many years with Germany, because they just loved having him. Yeah,
and like if any youngsters were coming through or had any questions or needed advice, he's one of the first people they could go to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, he's quite scary. I mean, he's just really tall. Okay, we should probably get back to the game. We just haven't even finished the game right
now. Oh, yeah, game.
I think minute 59, was it? We won a good corner. It was an Otamendi bullet header. I have to say, that was right in front of my stand, and I don't think I've ever seen a ball leave a man's head that quick. There was something about it. I just got to quickly shout out Otamendi for getting such insane power off a header into the corner. But Ozil steps up, takes the corner. It's a really similar goal to that against Burnley, where he's just sort of done that slow lift up. Mustafi had, I think, a lot of time to run onto it and got a really, really good header.
Oh, yeah, I remember Burnley, yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of a similar... I think he got less of a contact against Burnley. It was more of a glancer.
Yeah, this one, against City was, perfect.
Yeah, it was a perfect delivery, perfect run, perfect jump.
The right amount of power he needed.
Right, but you can see Caballero just out of reach, which is the perfect.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit the corners from a header.
No, it's so satisfying when you get it just there.
No, I can't get there. I just can't get there. Was there anything of note in the game? Iwobi did a cheeky nutmeg.
He did alright when he came on.
For some reason chose to shoot from the corner of the box.
Yeah, terrible shot. Perez would have scored, just saying.
Anything of note? Your views on the Monreal handball?
After seeing the replay, I don't think it was a penalty.
No.
It did hit his hand, but Monreal didn't even know where he was.
No, he was still spinning. And he was still spinning, but his hands weren't out for bound, they were in with him.
Yeah, it's like he tried to header it, but he didn't know.
Well, sorry, you missed that one, Scott.
I said he tried to header it, but he didn't know where the ball was, so he just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, it sort of just dropped.
Yeah, he misjudged it and it hit his hand.
And I think the ref had some good views on that.
Yeah, shout out the ref.
Yeah, no,
hold
the praise. How did John Stones escape without even a booking? I can't remember who the tackle was on. I think it was Welbeck. But it was atrocious. It was late in the game. It was after a lot of people had a lot of easy yellow cards. Yeah. Also, Navas, in my opinion, should be off. You can't make contact at that speed.
Yeah.
I think the Theo Walcott one on Fernandinho should have been a yellow, not a red. and I think the Stones one, I haven't got a chance to see it again because for some reason the media doesn't want to show replays of bad ref decisions. But it was such a bad tackle. And he escaped. It was one of those Eric Dyer, you know, when he made about 4 red card challenges on a yellow card in about 5 minutes. And Clattenburg would just do that sign they do where they cross their fingers like coming together. Where he was like kicking people in the neck and everything. It seems like, oh, surely the refs just got to stop advantage at some point and bring it back, but
probably fair to say.
Yeah. Oh shit, Stones.
It's probably fair to say, John. What?
I just thought the referee was just gonna just remember that he had to like send him off and just come back to it at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. A lot of weird offside calls for me, again, weren't really showed. There was one where Monreal, I think, ran between 2 players to get the ball. And he was
clearly onside.
Shown, and he had like such a good crossing opportunity.
Mm.
And then he looked over to the assistant referee, and I shit you not, Scott, he had like his hand above his brow like it was a visor.
Yeah, he probably couldn't see whatsoever.
He couldn't see whatsoever, but then you can't call offside. You have to tell the referee you can't see. They have a mouthpiece. Say, I can't see far side of the pitch. You have to make the call. He's just standing there with his flag raised, and we're all looking at him with his hand over his face because he couldn't see.
What a problem for a linesman to have, not being able to see.
Not being able to see the offside line.
Not being able to see in general.
Oh. So, in the absence of Chris, we're trialling out a new system where we're going to get 1 or 2 sort of guest speakers on the podcast. We had quite a few people ask us, but we only want to do 1 today. So we had a random number generator, and we gave everyone a number, and we've got Declan, also known as Salad, also known as Zinedine Zellem. So we're going to just invite him onto the call and hope it goes well. I'm not responsible for anything he says. So joining us back on the line is with Scott is Declan. Declan, say hi.
Hello.
Hello. And Declan, where are you from? Where's that accent going to place you?
The United States of America.
Shit.
America.
Do you want to keep going with that song there, Scott? I know what you're doing. You've got to finish it now.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
There we go. So, Declan, a question that Scott just asked me. Why are you known to some as Salad?
Oh, so a Yurdaw called Phil Eatwell tried to insult my intelligence by calling me a fucking salad.
And it's just stuck since then.
Yes.
And Phil Eatwell, big, long-time fan of the show, he'll be delighted to hear that you've made it in the big time. So, shout out to Phil Eatwell.
Shout out that guy.
So, Declan, Arsenal Man City, you have 5 minutes. What are your thoughts on the game?
Sure.
Declan?
That's such a broad question. So we should bin Gibbs, broccoli boy. His favorite food is broccoli. We got to get rid of him. And he can't defend one-on-ones, and he can't cross. Monreal can do both of those, except Monreal gets burnt by anyone with like 83 pace on FIFA.
No, FIFA stats saying Chris is having a seizure as he's listening. What was your take on how the match went? Did you expect a draw? What were you thinking would come from this game?
A loss. So
it's fair enough.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'd honestly like sacrifice my left nut to have Pep instead of Wenger at our club, but I just love that guy, even though he's bald. That's just an L.
So we're taking a good chance of any kids in the future for having Pep Guardiola manage our club.
A bald man.
Damn, if only he knew that before he joined City for like 15 million a year.
Declan, what's your opinion on Hector Bellerin's hair?
Shit.
Okay.
It's fair enough.
Like, he looks like a 15-year-old like kid who's trying to be edgy and like, I hate society, dude. Like that kind of kid.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, so I'm just going to get off a few questions I've been asked. So, wait, Declan, did you come in with your own question?
No.
Oh. Okay. You said you would, but that's fine. So this one is from it's Jairood with a J. I don't know how he's wanting that. At Giroudaddy. Thoughts on Sanchez's behaviour in the recent weeks? Probably referring to his seeming outrage at Arsenal, and then his outrage at Chile, and then, strangely, it's on Sunday, trying to get everyone together for a celebration. Thoughts on that, lads? We'll start with Scott. Or not. Declan.
Or he wants to leave, or any of that. Right? What?
I said you totally missed that.
What?
Did you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, I was speaking.
Oh no, sorry, just cut out. You try again, man.
Okay, well, I was saying I don't think he's unhappy at Arsenal necessarily, or he wants to leave. I just think he hates losing.
Yeah.
And obviously we've been shit for weeks, and then as soon as we're pulling a comeback against the top 6 team, he wants everyone to celebrate. I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, Declan. Okay, we may or may not have dropped Declan.
Like he.
Oh,
No, he's here.
Hello.
carry on.
He just hates losing, and like I think like losing like hurts him personally. It hurts everyone personally, but I think it takes the life out of him, and he wants to like die after every time he loses. Because I think he feels like he's disappointed someone, like not himself, but
His
like
dogs, obviously.
His dogs.
His dogs don't want a master to come back who's a loser.
no, but it's like he's Asian, you know, like he dishonored his family or something whenever he loses.
I was just gonna bring that back. I think he's referencing the is it Harry Kurdi? So like samurais. If you lose a fight and live, you just kill yourself because you've lost your fight.
Seppuku. You gotta kill yourself. Disembowel yourself.
So
And then get decapitated.
So your views on Alexis's behaviour is Atom is so disappointed in him that he should kill himself.
Is that what we're saying?
Is that how we're leaving this? Because if so, I might just have to become Humber fan. Okay, this is from what should we do? Holding fan IMO. Hey man, question time. Oh, I love that, with a little laughy emoji, which is totally inappropriate there. Do you think if Wenger stayed, he'd be willing to spend the money needed to challenge the title? Hashtag Arsenal our 4th meme. Hashtag 6th.
Fuck knows, really.
I mean, a bit of progress this transfer window, as we said. There was like 2 high-profile signings, and what seemed to be a good cheap signing,
Yeah.
but nothing to compete with like City or United. I mean, if he is given a 1-year contract, and in a clause in the contract is this is your last year, I hope to fuck he just goes out and balls to the wall, spends all the club's money he's been saving for years. I mean, that's the only fair thing. That's what he has to do.
Yeah, and he's not going to be conservative anymore. Like, if he stays another year, he's going to spend over £100 million this summer. Save this interview. Like...
Okay, well, Robert Van Persie on this one. So...
I think...
To answer the question, I'd say he's willing. It's just...
Does he get it?
whether the players he wants are available or not. Because, like, I think even if it is his last year, I think he's still going to be stingy out.
I think he's scared to embarrass himself, too. Like if someone says no to him and it's all public.
I mean, he took Jamie Vardy quite well. He went on that weird interview and
Like
said,
the Japanese, like...
we're going back to Japan again.
Does he love Japan?
Yeah.
He managed in Japan, didn't he?
Yeah, he
That's so
managed in
weird.
Japan for 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
He can love where he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he speaks like 7 languages. Surely that alone can like attract anyone.
I mean, it's attracting me.
Yeah, I mean, you speak Irish, and that's attracting me, Scott. So let's calm this down.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
I'd actually rather have Gazidis doing all of the signings than Wenger, but that's not going to happen. Because it's just going to be another Xhaka situation where he refuses to play him for like the first 3 months because he didn't want it.
I think the Xhaka one was more... He wanted to get the defence partnership sorted out before he fiddled about with the midfield. I think that's what that was.
He loves cock too much. That's just another. That's where I'll leave it off.
Yeah. So,
That's the main problem here.
Declan, I'm guessing you and all your salad leaves, are you all bin cock?
What?
Are you bin cockland?
Hashtag big cock.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You
Release him. I don't even care if we sell. Just release him.
Release him. Okay. I think his market value is still like 18 million, but yeah, okay, just release him.
Who'd pay 18 million for him?
China.
Yeah. Or we could still get like 25 from China, surely.
Fucking idiots if they do.
Well, who did they sign for like... Wasn't Oscar like 70 or something?
Yeah, true, fair enough.
55 or something.
Oh, that's not 70. But yeah, I mean, it's still something like that. Okay, this is from... I mean, this was Finn. It's now period at Playmaking. Okay, this is a... Take it or leave it. Lose Wenger, Alexis and Ozil, or keep them all. Scott.
Say that again?
It's lose Wenger, Alexis and Ozil, or keep them all.
Well, you'd have to pick keep them all.
Yeah. Deck?
Normally I'd go keep them all because I love Ozil, but I'm gonna go balls to the wall and say get rid of them all and bring in, because there's so many good young players that oh my god, it boggles my mind. Like, I think Forsberg.
Yeah, Forsberg.
Is Christian Pulisic on the cards here?
Yes. Pulisic would ball out. Club legend. Better than Tony Adams.
Centre back.
Yes.
I think Pulisic might be off to Liverpool. That's what I've heard. That would break. I would break my little heart. Hey, Declan, I was gonna surprise you in person. My aunt, I think, yeah, she's my aunt. She is friends with Pulisic's parents because they live in Hershey. Hey, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
So, if I'm ever there, I might meet Pulisic's dad.
Pulisic is daddy.
So Pulisic, so I might meet granddad.
If you do, you have to call him dad.
I'm not going to do that. I think he's like 2 years older than me.
Yeah, still.
No, but like Pulisic is actually so good, and like you'd actually be good here as like just a wide creator, which is where number 10s are going. They're either going into the midfield or they're going out wide, like Forsberg, Bernadeschi, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Bernadeschi and Forsberg gone wide. De Bruyne has dropped deeper. The number 10 in number 10 is declining. It's definitely true.
Yeah.
You've even got like strikers dropping into the 10 to play as just another striker. That number 10 at number 10 is definitely declining.
Yeah.
In football.
Yeah, I can also vouch for Pulisic because I signed him in Football Manager and it's like, oh man.
Is he good?
Something else. Something else.
Does he link well with that Mauro Icardi?
He does. Yeah, they both get Icardi got 50 goals in a season for me once, and Pulisic easily gets 20, 25. So.
Actually?
Yeah,
he's better than Messi.
He is.
He will be. Let's calm down.
He's almost better than Robbie Brady.
Almost.
Almost.
I mean, he
No
doesn't
one's
have...
better than Jeff Hendrick.
Yeah, it doesn't hold a candle to Jeff.
That's a different scale altogether.
In my Wenger group chat, I asked for questions, and they're all Wenger related. So I'm going to change it. We've just done a Wenger one. Okay, if you could add 3 people to the club, we'll say 1 director of football, a manager, and 1 player. Who would that be? That's from Cal.
What does a director of football even do?
5 players.
In my understanding, it's sort of a little bit of everything of the manager's job, minus the managing. So it's like a little bit of transfers, a lot of negotiating, help running the scouting network, a better view on the youth team. Like someone who doesn't need to have that much of a sense of business, just needs to know the game, which is why it would be a good role for Perez. I think, am I right that Nedved is the director of football at Juve?
If he wasn't going to Roma, I would get Sevilla's director of football.
Monkey.
Literally,
Monkey.
all the best players for so cheap, and then it's just beautiful.
I mean,
but
Sevilla are quite a selling club, though. That's sort of their thing.
Yeah,
And they
so
sold
that's
to Barcelona.
That's why I'm going to go with Perez. He said earlier in the season he wants to be the director of football, and he wants to spend a fuck ton of money. And I'm like...
I'm all down for that. So,
yeah.
okay. Let's let Declan finish that. So then 1 player and manager.
Manager... I'm not going to say Allegri. That's too, mainstream.
He'd be the best.
I'm going to say Yardim as the manager.
And 1 player. You've got to be relatively realistic.
It doesn't have to be realistic.
No, it does. Very much does. So that has to be something we've had even a cold link to.
Some people are going to hate me for this. But I'm just going to say Pogba. Because we were linked with him when he was still at Juventus, because he was French and whatever.
Okay.
But
that sort of blurs my lines of what I call realistic. But I'll give you that. I will take Paul Pogba.
You said cold link.
I meant players who didn't just make the highest profile transfer of all time. I
You know what? If the Sun reports it, it's true.
We were linked with him. You're totally right. Scott, same question to you. Are we all Team Perez for director of football?
Well, I'm just gonna keep Perez there. Manager, I think, like Declan said, I think either Yardim or Allegri.
Yeah.
And for a player, I don't know.
No,
Actually, don't know.
It's a tough one. I feel like this is the summer we need a lot of players, and we're
Yeah.
left with very few. It's about now. I mean, I think it'll be maybe 3 days. Is it until the annual Benzema rumours come?
Yeah. I'm gonna say All Black from Atletico.
All Black. That'd be nice. I have seen a few links there, and probably would rival Courtois as the next best keeper in the world once Buffon and Neuer get down. So
Yeah.
I'll take that.
What about you?
Me, Team Perez. I was Overmars, but I've heard mixed things about him at Ajax. Have some people who say he's done well. Then Chris told me he's had some people who tell him he's been bad. I'd take Thomas Lemar. Whoa. That was a sexy one. And in terms of smooth transition, Allegri or Tuchel. But I doubt it. I'm feeling this contract. I'll be honest, I'm feeling the extension. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm sorry. This is from... we'll do 2 more. Apologies if I don't get to you. It's from Katie at Watson FC02. Top 3 performers this year. Scott? I'd say in Arsenal. I'm guessing.
Okay. Alexis is definitely there.
Yeah, he's 1. Do you have another 2?
I'm gonna say Koscielny and Walcott.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking Alexis, Theo. And I don't know. I was gonna say Xhaka, but
yeah, I'd take
I'd
that.
say. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Declan, top 3 performers for Arsenal this year.
Alexis, Xhaka, Koscielny. I'm not. Theo's like. I just love Xhaka too much. That's really what it is.
So just prefer him as a man. So I guess that's fair. I think Pope.
I mean,
with you.
him.
Okay, so last one. We're gonna go to one of them crazy IRL friends. This is from Will. You'll know who he is. What were your opinions on Gary Neville's post-match comments, mostly regarding Koscielny, Ozil, and Walcott? And for anyone who didn't get them, the Ozil one was the amazing rhetoric that he's a bit too lazy. Actually, incredibly lazy. Apparently, he isn't hustling to get back as much as he should. Koscielny's was a slightly odd one where he said he always goes off at half-time. And that's just factually not true. And Walcott trudges off the pitch when he hasn't played well. And the Walcott one, I mean, on his actual point, was an odd one because he had that traditional Theo Walcott game where he didn't play well and still got a goal. The games he plays great, he never gets a goal. And when he just drops in and out, he always gets a goal. Scott, what are your views on, quote, Koscielny, the centre-back, goes off at half-time. He always plays until half-time, then goes off. Alright, he might have a bit of a problem with his Achilles, and I'm being a bit harsh.
I think he's watched, 2 games in the last month, and he's just made an opinion.
It's just, that one blows my mind. I can understand the Ozil rhetoric, because, I mean, everyone else...
It's a your dad opinion,
everyone else
but still.
takes it. Scott, what are your Declan, what were your opinions on... Did he catch what he said?
Enough of Arsenal to make an opinion, but he's making an... About what?
Declan, did you have any opinions on those quotes?
The Koscielny thing, he's a tank, right? He's been a tank for a few years, right? He's not very injury prone, blah blah blah. Now he's 31 though.
Yeah.
And he's playing 5 roles in our defense. He's covering for half of our players, defensive wise. That sounds a little Yurdar, but whatever.
Yurdar. Yeah.
The Mesut lazy thing, that I don't understand it. I mean, he was the second best player on the pitch yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a statistically incorrect opinion.
It's one of those...
Yeah.
I mean, was it the 82nd minute where he chased a Xhaka long ball, miscontrolled it, and then Oh, that was what he said. That's what he said about him being lazy. He said that he should have gone in to challenge Willy Caballero, which, as a goalkeeper, is a ludicrous thing to say. When the goalkeeper's obviously going to get two hands on the ball, if you put a foot in and it goes wrong, it's a definite red card. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Willy.
I mean, at least he's showing passion. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't show passion against West Ham, West fucking Ham,
Wagon opinion.
then he's got to get out of my fucking club, yeah? Mesut Ozil, get out.
Okay, this is a little sidetrack, but Lee Gunner, oh my god, he is so obsessed. He's like, Mesut, he's lazy. Hey, turn up, Mesut, turn up.
Yeah, I just think he's just
Nailed it.
xenophobic asshole. I've had many a run-in with him. He's just a ridiculous human. I doubt he's a listener, so I'll call him a prick. I mean, if he's a listener, I still think he's a prick. So,
is this just a place where we throw shots at people?
well,
Is this what we're doing?
Lee Gunner isn't a person. Let's be honest.
Okay, he's not a person.
He voted leave like 4 times using all of his dead grandparents.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know how he even does that. He's mad Brexit fan.
You can do that like in the U.S. Like if like someone like disappears, you can vote on their behalf, like because you don't have to show like ID or anything.
Wow, what a great system of democracy that is.
How do you know that, Declan?
Because he's voting for all the dead people.
Ah, right, I see.
No, there's like a huge controversy here, and it's
Was it the Minnesota ones that just got like totally washed away because like 2 of the votes didn't align or something, and they all got voided in the most recent election, or something like that.
and what you cut out.
I just saying there was something in the last election about a couple of the votes didn't line up, so they had to void the whole areas or something like that. I mean, we're not here one to talk politics, so we'll move on.
They actually got more votes.
Yeah, there was a few more votes than expected, so they like voided everything.
Just because of everyone freaking out. And like no one's moved on yet.
So, barring a minor political detour, we're back to round off the podcast, which has been a bit of a mess. A few technical issues, as usual, but what have you come to expect from us? A special guest host. Wow, that was exciting. So from everyone here at An AFC Pödcast Studios, which is me and my dog Sammy and Skype, Declan, adios.
Adios. Thank you for having me here.
We tried. I'm so glad you got diagnosed with AIDS and were able to come home from school early. Scott, always a pleasure, never a chore. Thanks again.
Not a problem, bro.
Okay, and it's goodbye from me. Bye.
Chelsea might argue that as well, because they're the ones who are winning titles right now.
No, Chelsea are a fantastic club, but you've got to say even Chelsea fans wouldn't argue that Arsenal are a bigger club than them. Arsenal are a bigger club than Chelsea. They are. It's a fact.
I would
That's
second
not,
that.